Oof. Hey, how's it going? It's Susie Juravich here. And I have been told by a few people that I have not been putting out original content. I didn't know anybody even cared anyway. Hey, but I want to just talk about a few things. When I work with people, we may just start with a regular conversation and then it goes into these like really wackadoodle ways of changing frequency and vibration and then I get times where I just kind of become really aware that some things that I want to do are not possible because I've already got something lined up or it's not going to work out. Well, this is a really cool thing. So, have you ever really noticed that when you're working on something that's real important to you and then something else comes up? Have you ever really realized that there's opportunities there for you that will show up instantaneously or without any effort on your part for you to actually achieve this new thing that came in? So sometimes we get our schedule. Like I've got my 2020. I love planners. I used to like not do them because I was like I'm going to be all electronic. Anywho, so but I make plans, I'm like like Miss Agenda lady, and it helps me get things done. But then sometimes I'm booked, and then something new comes in, and then like today it was kind of strange because I had an offering earlier today to do something really kind of cool and groovy that I would have said yes to, except I had a commitment. And so I just got a text just a few minutes ago that the person that I was going to meet tomorrow is unavailable, and I was kind of tickled by that. So, are you ever noticing times where you're working on things and then something else comes up? Like, not that I'm like being fickle, like I'm not gonna still do that thing or whatever, but I mean, hey, if it kind of falls off and I get to do something else that's even more cool, then I'm gonna be like, yes. So, what I'd like for you to just maybe to consider is the times when you're really noticing exactly that you're being really present with what your intention is. And then, even if there's something else that's coming in, you can really honor that as well. But then notice when it starts really kind of manifesting. So, a lot of us are thinking that we've got to be doing and striving and doing all this creation. And other times, it could be just as simple as just sitting out an intention, a thought or frequency. Well, I work a lot with frequency and vibrations. And so, I think maybe people may be confused sometimes when I talk about it, or maybe they don't care. I don't even know. Probably I wouldn't care because I'm like, it just sounds groovy. But when we're playing with vibrations and frequencies, then we have opportunities to kind of do a little bit of skipping. I was talking to somebody earlier, and I said this lady, I believe, is timeline skipping or jumping timelines. That's what I meant to say is jumping timelines. So while we're moving in these different frequencies, and I think a lot of you, if you're listening to this stuff, then you probably are turned on to some really cool vibration yourself. But when you can start seeing that you're kind of jumping timelines, so maybe you've got this thing planned here and then something else comes in, then you're able to do both or one or the other without any discomfort for the other party who may be missing an opportunity. So, this opportunity to really tune into frequency, to really get really, really firm and strong, like, ah, you're like Popeye. Anyway, that if you're too young, you don't even know what that means. I know. Anyway, but this idea of tuning into frequency and vibration is really kind of cool. So, like today, I did have an opportunity to eventually say yes to something that I earlier said no because I was already had some other plans. But that met my need to be in the vibrational place of wonderment for me as this new opportunity showed up. So, as we're playing with frequency, really want you to be really, really comfortable with that. Because some people think you've got to be doing all this stuff and you've got to be creating all this stuff. It's like, no. In fact, I was just talking with a young man just a few minutes ago on the phone, and he was creating some really cool e-commerce business. And I'm like, yeah, like, whatever you're doing is amazing. And even if you're like, oh, I'm not really doing much, yeah, the vortex is open. You've created a huge vacuum of energy. So when we're talking about the energy, for me, it's like would be going clockwise, a clockwise spinning, extremely amazing, energetic stream that is created just by that conception of the idea, or even before the idea is totally fruited and planted, you're creating. So I know you are creating amazing things in your life. I know that you're taking good care of yourself. You're drinking water, lots of water, eating good food, enjoying the company that you're with. I know that you're really, again, taking good care of your body. You're exercising, you're eating different. Change your plans with the way you eat. If you can go more plant based, that's really cool. Or just, shorten some of the dishes that you make. Maybe just change it just a little bit so that we can get some really great nutrition in the body. And notice how it feels when you look in the mirror and you're like, whoa. I remember when I started letting my hair go natural. I'm going squirrel. When I started letting my hair go natural, my friends, some of my friends, not everybody, but some of my friends would say, "Well, how are you ever going to get a guy if you let your hair go natural?" And that was back in 2015, and I just because I wasn't dating anybody, and I was like, "Well, I guess I don't know. I don't really care." I basically was like in my mind thinking, I don't really care, because this is what I want to do. So a lot of the things I do are a lot more of a natural approach these days. Used to, I had the really dark kind of Elvira look. I thought it was kind of fun, but kind of, campy. I was like kind of campy. Anyway, but going back to this idea of spinning around in the frequencies and vibrations is really staying focused on what you're intending to create and then simply allowing it. Being comfortable with what you put into your vortex, being very comfortable with the frequencies and vibrations, and also knowing that when you're playing with frequencies and vibrations, that there may be times where you feel like, oh man, I'm going down on frequency. And I'm like, hey, baby, there's no high or low or anything. There's just a different stream of frequency or vibration that people can choose from. So if you're feeling like I'm really high right here, right now, and then something comes and you're just like, "Blah," it's okay because you can just go right back up. Kind of like that lady I was talking to today that I said, I think she's timeline jumping. I think that's pretty groovy. And if you don't know what that means, just like pretend like it's a breath mint. Just put it in your mouth and just feel the flavor of the breath mint. That's what I'm talking about with timeline jumping. So a lot of us right now are really tuned in. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, you can say, there she goes again. I'm used to that. Anyway, I just see you magnificently creating. I see you in your most best place of thinking and being okay with letting things go quicker. How nice is that? Seeing yourself look in the mirror and just say, I love myself. I'm perfect just as I am. All is well. This is what I wish for you. And for me, I love my hair that I let go natural. I love being more natural the way I look, how I feel. So I see that for you too. So have a most beautiful day. We're coming up on the holiday season. So remember, with all of that stuff going on, just to relax into life. Relax into who you are. Really celebrate you because I celebrate you. Have a most beautiful and most blessed day.